Hello everyone, this is Mac here and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel which is called Mac Vlogs. ओहो, आज के हमारे मेहमान माशाल्लाह एक लेफ्ट साइड पे इंडियन टी शर्ट्स एंड राइट साइड पे ग्रीन टी शर्ट्स। तो आई एम श्योर हम लोगों के अपीयरेंस से लोगों को समझ आ गया होगा कि कल क्या होने वाला है और कल किस का मैच है। It's Asia Cup, guys. So we all are fighting to become the Asian champions, and we're going to be looking at the teams and let's see which teams हमारे पास हैं इस एशिया कप में। पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका and Hong Kong. 5 teams. I think these are the 5 teams which are going to be competing from today. I think आज का पहला मैच हो चुका है जिसमें श्रीलंका हार चुका है अफगानिस्तान से। वाओ, अफगानिस्तान इज प्लेइंग रियली ऑसम क्रिकेट। तो कल का जो मैच है वो हमें फिर से लेके जाएगा पास्ट में, वर्ल्ड कप की यादों को ताज़ा करेगा जिसमें शाहीन शाह ने बहुत ज़बरदस्त बॉलिंग स्पेल किया था फर्स्ट ओवर का एंड दैट वाज अ रियली अमेजिंग मैच। बट अगेन पास्ट इज द पास्ट, टाइम फॉर द प्रेजेंट एंड फॉर फ्यूचर विच इज टुमारो कि कल क्या होने वाला है वी डोंट नो। तो आज के हमारे गेस्ट, लेट मी जस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू माय गेस्ट, to my audience and their audience as well who are watching them on MacVlogs this evening. मेरे लेफ्ट साइड पे हैं अंसार अब्बासी, am I right?
Ansari.
ना, अंसार रजा अब्बासी है।
Ansar Raza Ansari. But okay.
वो गलती से जान के बोला था कि आप कुछ बोल सकें अपना पूरा नाम, मेरे मुंह से तो होगा ही गलती, गलत होगा ही। अंसार रजा अंसारी left. He is a former Oman cricketer and a great expert. इनके पास बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन रहती है, इनसाइड न्यूज अबाउट द क्रिकेट। मेरे एक और लेफ्ट साइड पे हैं बिशन सिंह भल्ला। सॉरी गाइस, प्रोनाउंसिएशन में थोड़ा मसला रहता है लेकिन इसलिए आप अपने नाम को करेक्ट कर सकते हैं। क्या करें, इंसान है, गलती तो होगी, गलती करेंगे तो ठीक है सीखेंगे। और हमारे राइट साइड पे हैं ओहो बाबर आजम का दूसरा रूप, बाबर आजम की कॉपी, और बाबर आजम को रिप्लेस करेंगे अगर वो गलती से फ्यूचर में इंजर्ड हुए तो हमारे पास एक और बाबर आजम तैयार है। Jokes apart, Jibran Yousuf, he's representing Pakistan. Basically, he has represented Oman cricket team, and he's been doing coaching in Oman with the junior cricket team. I'm sure he has coached Sri Lankan schools kids and the other school teams के बच्चों को भी सिखाया है, लेकिन अब तक मुझे कोई भी ऐसा बच्चा नजर नहीं आया जिसने जिब्रान की कोई तारीफ की हो। Forget about that. लेकिन but he is a very good stroke maker. I really enjoy his cricket. I enjoy all my guests. Basically मेरे ये तीनों अनमोल रतन है मेरे लिए, because last year also Ansar and Bish and Jibran, we all were there on the cricket show. I think मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बोल गया हूँ, तो let's cut me off guys, cut the Mac vlogs off. So it's time for the guests to talk. तो हम शुरुआत करेंगे अंसार से, उसके बाद फिर हम जाएंगे जिब्रान के पास, फिर हम जाएंगे बिश के पास। So we'll go one by one and we're going to be talking about tomorrow's match. अंसार, क्या कहते हैं कल के मैच के बारे में, कौन जीत रहा है, क्या बॉलिंग अटैक, क्या बैटिंग लाइनअप होने वाली है इंडिया की और पाकिस्तान की, क्या आपके पास खबर है कल के मैच के लिए? Go ahead.
I think before we start, I would just like to say that the goodwill and the best wishes that have come for Virat Kohli from across the border, from the Pakistan players, current players, ex-players, and the crowd, I think has been tremendous to see. And I hope and I would actually hope that all the spectators watching the match tomorrow from both sides of the border share the same kind of bonhomie with each other. So it's cricket, it's only cricket, and let's stick to that. So starting with that, I think tomorrow's match is going to be a crucial match for both the teams. And I think ordinarily you will always expect India to start as favorites because, of course, with the stars that we have. But we all know what has happened in the last T20 World Cup. And T20, the nature of the beast is such that one good performance by an exceptional player like Shaheen Shah Afridi, though he's missing this time, or from Rizwan, or a bowler having a good day, and the match turns, because that's how T20, the nature of the beast is. So it's I would say the match will start, of course, on an even kneel, but definitely India will
लेकिन
start
I'm sure, sorry अंसार, before you continue, just add a small thing. इंडिया के पास कल बुमराह नहीं है और पाकिस्तान के पास शाहीन शाह अफरीदी नहीं है, तो क्या बॉलिंग अटैक इन दोनों के नहीं होने की वजह से क्या एक्साइटमेंट कम हो जाएगा कल?
एक्साइटमेंट तो बिल्कुल कम नहीं होने वाला है. When India Pakistan play, irrespective of कोई हो या ना हो, the excitement is going to be there, and that's a good way. That's a positive. It should be there. But probably Shaheen will be missed more by Pakistan side than Bumrah being missed from the Indian side. This is my personal opinion because Shaheen Shah, जो उसका variety है, and especially the left arm swing, that which has exposed some of the Indian batsmen back in the day also.
And it
But
is the
that
first time
said,
Pakistan is playing without a left arm pacer. All these years,
in
Pakistan
a
was
while,
always known for their left arm pacer. चाहे
a
वो
while,
वसीम अकरम हो जाए, मोहम्मद आमिर हो जाए, जुनैद खान, Usman Shinwari, Mohammad Irfan. Name the left arm pacers which Pakistan has been producing. But this year we are going to be lacking. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention Wahab Riaz's name as well. But
yeah.
मेरे ख्याल से इस बार we're going to be going with full right arm pacers. So let's see क्या होता है हमारी डेप्थ में राइट आर्म पेसर्स कितने यूजफुल होते हैं. Let's see. It's going to be interesting. Go ahead, Ansar.
Yeah, I think another point is that Indian players honestly would be disappointed for not playing Shaheen Shah Afridi, because one of the things that caught us by surprise was because we don't play Pakistan and he doesn't play in the IPL and our players don't play in other leagues. We were not aware, of the skill level that he had. Maybe we had just seen him in the nets and the videos, but that doesn't help, right? So in fact, India would have preferred playing him here in the Asia Cup in 2-3 matches which we are playing, so that come a big game in a World Cup, you are at least you have seen the kind of skill that guy has. So this, I think, would have been good for Indian players. Unfortunately, that has not happened. Shaheen Shah is injured, but I still feel that would hurt Pakistan more than Bumrah being injured on the Indian side.
Well, valid point you have raised, but I think nobody is indispensable in both the
Yeah.
teams. So I think if Shaheen and Bumrah is not there, so let's see. It's a time for the other bowlers to pick up themselves and show what they are really capable of. That's why they've been selected, and I'm sure Bish and Jibran will also rightly support me on that. So, time for you, Jibran. What do you have to say on Pakistan team's strength and weakness? And आपका दिमाग क्या कहता है कि पाकिस्तान कहाँ लैग कर रहा है या कहाँ उसकी स्ट्रेंथ है ताकि हम इंडिया को कल बैकफुट पे रख सकें.
See, basically, if we compare the team of 2021 World Cup to the Asia Cup, Pakistan is missing a lot of players. Basically, everyone is talking about Shaheen Shah Afridi, but no one is talking about Imad Wasim. Especially in conditions like UAE, he has been very effective. And the other drawback what Pakistan is facing is, of course, Shaheen Shah Afridi is not there. It's a big drawback. It's a big drawback for Pakistan because he was the guy whose new ball talks a lot. So of course that part will be missing. Now the question is who is going to lead the attack for Pakistan, because you don't have Imad Wasim, you don't have Shaheen Shah Afridi. The advantage what Imad Wasim used to bring to the team was that your
So, but
two
who are you seeing, like tomorrow's match, who are you seeing Pakistan opening with since we don't have Shaheen Shah? Do you think Mohammad Nawaz as a left-arm spinner could be an opening option? Or we will start with the pacer itself, it could be
no,
with Naseem Shah only?
it also depends on the toss a lot. I think both the team will prefer definitely chasing. India, they always prefer chasing, but Pakistan lately, if you see their history from past couple of years under Babar Azam captaincy, they prefer chasing as well because they
So
are
are
the
you
most.
saying that tomorrow if we win the toss, we're going to be chasing and India will be batting first? Like
Yes,
same
yes,
thing.
and it's vice versa. Even if India win the toss, I feel they will be, bowling first.
So
Regarding
what
if
do you
you
think
talk
about
about,
Dubai Sports City's ground?
mm,
Do you think that the average score or the maximum score with tomorrow would be 170, 180, or it's going to be
170,
165 little like last year's World Cup?
see, it depends a lot who's batting first. For example, if you see Pakistan, their target will be in their mind, I think 170, 180, to be honest. But when it comes to India, I think they'll be looking around 200 because they
As
have
per your experience and your expert opinion, what do you see the bowling attack of Pakistan tomorrow? Who are
see
the five specialist bowlers?
see Hassan Ali will be playing. Hassan Ali, Rauf, Haris Rauf, and Naseem Shah. These three will be your pacers. Then you will be having
Okay.
Nawaz and you'll be having Shadab.
Shadab and Mohammad Nawaz as left arm spinner and Shadab as leg spin. Okay, so we have
Yes,
these five bowlers
yes,
in
yeah.
place. Okay.
Now, if I'll add a one point in this, the biggest advantage what India have at the moment is that they have a new guy, Huda.
Mhm.
He's balancing the team for India. What Hafiz and Malik used to do. So this year
Who
it
you're
is
talking about? किसके बारे में?
Deepak Huda.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing all rounder. And after a long time, we have seen, after a long time, you're talking about like after Yuvraj or Suresh Rainas, that you have got a genuine all-rounder in the middle who can give you in T20 3 to 4 overs or 2 to 3 overs, and in a one-day match they can give you 6 to 7 overs. So this India was lacking from after Yuvraj and Suresh Raina was not in the team. So this is the biggest advantage what India has at the moment, and especially with Hardik bowling, they have a lot of options that they can go with two pacers and Hardik can be their third pacer. In that case, they can add an extra batsman. So it's a big advantage. So this year, Pakistan is missing a lot of players. Your middle order is not settled. The same problem India
So
had
are
in
you saying for my
2019-20.
audience? So are you
Yes.
saying
Yeah.
ऑडियंस को आप ये बताना चाह रहे हो कि पाकिस्तान के पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है मिडिल ऑर्डर बैटिंग में?
जी जी, देखिए मैं आपको बड़ी ओपनली एक बात बोलता हूँ. लास्ट ईयर वी वन अगेंस्ट इंडिया बिकॉज ऑफ थ्री प्लेयर्स,
या
openers.
दैट्स रिजवान, बाबर एंड शाहीन.
Yes, it will never happen. It can happen again, but it's very difficult. आप हमेशा expect नहीं कर सकते कि आप 10 विकेटों से जीतोगे. And it the other way around as well. Your middle order was not tested, and even if they were tested, you had players like Hafiz and Malik who had an ample experience. But right now, what is your middle order? It's very difficult to predict your playing 11. So in a 1 year's time, the lot of team has been changed. Your openers, so your bowling openers are not available. Your middle order is not available. So who is going to lead your attack? Last year you had Shaheen Shah Afridi, you had Hassan Ali. That these were the guys who used to lead the bowling attack. But in this year, tell me who is going to lead the attack? You don't have experience. Naseem Shah is going to will be having a debut. Haris Rauf, okay, he's an experienced bowler, but you're talking about 10 to 15 or 20 T20s. You cannot count that as a big experience. So in that way, I feel Hassan Ali
Sorry,
will be a.
I'm just cutting you short.
Hmm.
Let's take a little bit from the
Yes.
Indian point of view from Bish as well,
Hmm.
and to understand from India's batting point how they're going to counter our Pakistani bowling attack,
Hmm.
और हमारी बैटिंग उनकी बॉलिंग अटैक को कैसे काउंटर करेगी. सो बिश, ओवर टू यू. Bish,
Yep.
we know
Good
that
evening.
tomorrow's opening will be done by KL. I'm sure it's going to be done by KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli might be coming one down. So we see these top three coming again in the similar way which happened in the World Cup. ठीक है? So am I right in saying that, or do you have a different plan, or do you think India will come up with different plan of opening with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and bring down KL Rahul to one down? What do you think, and what do you have to say on that?
Well, there's good evening to all our viewers. There is talk of Virat opening, but in my humble opinion, I would rather have KL and Rohit open. They've been your set opening partnership. They're the
Mind
ones that
me,
provide
Virat Kohli is
impetus.
not in form, as we all know, for the last 1.5 years. But then again, Pakistan is the best opportunity for him to get back in form. Do you
I
agree?
can open as well.
I mean, it's a cliche, and I'll repeat it, which I'm sure every single person on this show or viewing the show has heard a million times, that form is temporary and class is permanent. But even on that subject of out of form, I think one of the best innings I have seen Virat play in recent times, I'm sure everyone will agree, is the knock against Pakistan in the World Cup. I mean, that was a genuinely classy inning against that bowling lineup where everyone around him sort of could not hold fort, and he played freely. In fact, if you look at that innings, is what got India to sort of a par total. And knowing Virat as a person, these are the opportunities that actually spur him on as a cricketer. His rise to the top and his stay at the top of international cricket was based on the fact that he is an aggressive person. And the bigger the challenge, the more motivated Virat Kohli becomes. So anything of the nature of tomorrow's match is,
I'm.
in fact,
Did
the
you read?
ideal recipe
Did you
for
read
Virat.
anywhere where he has said it many times that he was going through mentally? He was bit down. Basically, he was feeling mentally down for the last 1.5 years, or I'm not sure. Basically, even with the room filled up with people, and he could feel the loneliness. Everyone go through that. So he mentioned that many times. I don't know how true is that. That really affects in a very big player like him. Would that really affect him?
You have to break it down into two parts. One is what he said, and I think it's in all fairness, I think it's true. But what I admire is he does not hold back from expressing what's going on inside. And I think he spoke about this as captain also, that there needs to be a mental conditioning coach, or there needs to be enough care taken for the mental aspect of players. I mean, physical aspect, there's no doubt every team in the world that
Yeah,
competes at this level
he's the
has
fittest
the best
athlete we
infrastructure.
can ever find.
Yeah, so
Anywhere.
all players, all teams, irrespective of what their ranking is in world cricket, have the best physical infrastructure. But I think he's been vocal about the need for mental conditioning. We've seen it time and again, players taking a break from the game or leaving the game altogether because of sort of a mental fatigue. And given the amount of cricket Virat has played and how sustained his
Mind
form
me,
and
Bish,
his being,
a lot of people have gone through the COVID isolation as well. The COVID
yeah,
has also
yes,
affected many athletes
yes,
when you had to go through the strict protocols in different countries and all. So that could be one of the reasons also in different players' life to be mentally loneliness and all that thing.
absolutely. I mean, there could be a variety of factors as to why one feels the way they do, but they're not alone. And it's human tendency to go through these patches, and there's nothing criminal in coming out and openly stating that he is going through a mentally tough time or he's feeling the strain. He's human after all. I mean, for us, he's probably one of the best cricketers of all time, but he's human after all, and it's only natural to sort of have different phases, and each cricketer, each sports person, each human goes through that, and inshallah, we hope he bounces back from that for the good of cricket more than anything else.
True.
Sure.
No, I
Ansar,
would.
I have a question for you. Okay. Who are the five bowlers from India side tomorrow you're seeing, and top four from the batting from the India side tomorrow?
So the thing is, Rohit Sharma just had a press conference an hour back, and I was following up also on a lot of videos of the net practice sessions of India, and there was a session an hour back as well. So there are not very clear indications because there have been a couple of sessions where Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have batted together in the nets starting, and then KL Rahul has batted at number three. Now, so we don't know how the composition of the top three is going to be, whether they're going to have KL come in at three and Kohli and Sharma as openers. But top four for sure, don't know the order, can't confirm the order, but top four is definitely going to be Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Surya Kumar Yadav. Now,
Sky
when it
to
comes
So we are
to when
seeing Surya Kumar Yadav at number four, right?
he's our X factor. Sky right now in the Indian team is number one T20 batsman without a doubt. He's
I
our X
think it's
factor.
going to be a good match between him and Babar Azam. Basically, in the T20 rankings, he's not far behind in the points system. But I
Yeah.
think we should not be talking about that. Who's the number one in terms of the technique or the game plans, strokes and all. That's a different scenario. But at the moment, Sky has really come up, with his game, and he deserves to be number four, I think, in the T20 cricket, basically because he is really a very well established cricketer after from Mumbai Indians, right? Rohit Sharma has really groomed him well.
Yeah.
He can open as well tomorrow. You never know with
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma as a
Yeah,
change
there's a
into
possibility
attack
of
of
that as well.
Pakistan.
But
Yes.
yeah, mostly I think he's going to be batting at four and top three. We don't know the way it is going to be. In fact, in the press conference an hour back, Rohit Sharma was asked this question specifically by I think one of the reporters that who do you expect to open with you, and he was very very secretive about it. He said, "Let's keep it as a surprise. You'll find out tomorrow." So
I'm
again, I
going
don't know
with
if
that.
it's going to be KL or Virat who's going to open with Sharma.
So are you saying with
I'm
that
going with
surprise
that.
that Moka will not happen?
I mean, Moka, the first ad was fantastic. I think we loved the idea, and I think it was appreciated even on the other side of the border because the comedy part of it was really good.
What is the technical, what is the background that India has ended Moka?
I mean, see, the idea was that it was the first time, I think 2011, I think 2012 T20 World Cup, I think it was first originated from what I can remember. Or I think, no, sorry,
Hmm.
2015 50 over World Cup was the first time when this ad came up, and then it continued. But it was good the first time. I just felt it became a little bit draggy from there on, and I didn't find the context of it. It's funny the first time, it wasn't funny after that. And of course, with Pakistan now beating us in the World Cup and this record streak ending in T20s at least,
So are you
not
saying
50
that
World
in the
Cup.
last year's World Cup's defeat has made them to think twice of not making Moka ad again?
Yeah, the context is not there, right? Because if you've lost the World Cup, then that Moka point was that you have the Moka to win the first game against India. Now, since that has happened,
Okay.
so there's no context of having that ad, at least in the T20. You might still see it in the 50 over World Cup. Let me tell you that because the record is still intact in the 50 over World Cup. But T20, I don't think so. And anyway, this is Asia Cup. So this was more a World Cup thing. So yeah, I don't see the connection here.
Okay, this question is to all three of you, which you can answer one by one. That is, we both know, and we all know that the top three in Pakistan team is settled. Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, and Fakhar Zaman. That's why the major runs are going to be scored for Pakistan's, whether it's chasing or setting the target. And from the Indian side as well, We know it. It's going to be top 3 or top 4. So it's going to be Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Sky, Surya Kumar Yadav. Okay. So we know top 4 from India, but top 3 from Pakistan. So I'm sure they might be trying Iftikhar Ahmed or Haider Ali at number 4 from Pakistan team for sure. Now coming back to this question, the question is that top order तो दोनों टीम की बैटिंग में समझ आ गई कौन है, and we know and we can predict also. Middle order में is really a suspense. Pakistan team has we have an unsettled middle order.
Yes.
We can agree to that. And
Yes.
India have a better middle order or not? I don't know. After Surya Kumar, who do you see the next 3 players? I would say Pandya, Rishabh Pant, and Dinesh Karthik. These are my choices from India side. And from Pakistan side, it's going to be Iftikhar Ahmed, Khushdil Shah, and Asif Ali. Jibran, you can answer for the Pakistani batting, and Bish and Ansar, you can answer for the Indian side. One by one. I start with Ansar. You can continue from there.
Yeah, okay. So I think this is a very valid question. Our top 4 we know of Indian side. The 5, 6, 7 is going to be the tough one. And I have some insights again listening to the nets which have happened today, a couple of hours back at the ICC Academy. Now, today was an optional practice session for the Indian team. So generally in optional practice sessions, you will see players who are not probably playing in the 11 to come to the nets. Of course, it's not a written rule, but generally that's how it is. And we had Pant and Ashwin practicing there today in the nets. So if that is the case, then maybe we're expecting them not to be in the 11 tomorrow. Anyway, if that was the case, we are 5, 6, 7. 7 is Jaddu. So there is no discussion on that. So 7 is Jaddu for us because he's a batting all-rounder. He gives you the overs.
आपके पास 4 में सूर्य कुमार है, वो तो सेटल है. हमारे पास कौन है? We don't know. We will come to know tomorrow for that. But 5 and 6, आपके पास पांड्या and Rishabh Pant and Dinesh Karthik है. Okay.
It is. Yeah, so I think
is India going with 2? Is India going with Karthik and Pant or only one?
See, the Karthik and Pant do not make the 11. Both will not make the 11. It's because at 5 you have Pandya and at 7 you have Jaddu. Because he's an all-rounder. Because you need to have 5 or 6 bowlers. So number 6 slot is open.
It means DK is out. DK is out. So keeper is Pant.
DK, yeah. See, keeper issue I will still not say because KL Rahul has been keeping in T20s as well. So keeper is not a headache. It's not an option for India that, oh, we have to play one of them. But I still feel it's going to be between DK and Pant. From what I am seeing and hearing from the press conference and from the nets, it looks like DK might be slightly ahead of Pant in the game tomorrow. But then again, like Rohit Sharma was very secretive, we cannot comment anything. This is what I'm seeing in the net practices of India, which have happened a couple of hours back. So DK looking to be ahead of Pant in the game tomorrow, which itself is a travesty because Pant right now is probably the blockbuster batsman in the world in all 3 formats, and he's really growing and he doesn't find a place in the 11. But I can understand what Sharma and VVS Lakshman would be having in mind to select the 11. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
Jibran, who do you think Pakistan की middle order में कल कौन आ रहा है आपके हिसाब से? नंबर 4 पे कौन आ रहा है? Because that's a crucial position. Basically वहाँ पर हम हैदर अली को इतने important match में नहीं देख सकते कल. तो I think इफ्तिकार अहमद को ज़्यादा chance दिया जाएगा because of his off spin. So I think number 4 पे इफ्तिकार अहमद is coming after Fakhar Zaman.
Masroor, before coming to this point, I would just like to add a point for Indian team of my prediction of 5, 6, 7. I think India will go with number 5 will be Pant without any doubt. There is no question to that. Like that, India will be dropping. But Pant, I highly doubt. Reason being, his performance lately and even in the T20 World Cup was good as against Pakistan. So number 5 will be for me will be Rishabh Pant. Number 6 will be Hardik Pandya and or Deepak Huda. And number 7 will be Hardik Pandya.
I think number 5 पे Pandya को जाना चाहिए और Pant को 6 पे जाना चाहिए. Am I right?
Order you can go up and down. One will be a situation. On average, I think will come 5, 6 will come Huda and 7 will come Pandya. Pandya will be trying to get the more because I don't think so that they'll prefer Jaddu for batting. They'll rely more on bowling. This is my 5, 6 for. I come back to my point. As a coach, I would prefer Haider Ali because you need a genuine batsman. You cannot have 6 all-rounders in the team because all-rounders' roles are to make a quick 20-25 and give you 2-3 odd overs. But number 4 position is more of a genuine batsman. If by chance Babar gets out early or Rizwan gets out early, we know how Fakhar plays. He's an aggressive batsman. So you need again a genuine batsman. I think Haider Ali will be more suited. You can have Iftikhar at 5. You can drop Asif Ali if you are looking for a finisher role. But I think you need to add a genuine batsman in the top 4. See, if you compare to India, you have Sky. assuming he's coming on
Are
4th.
you seeing Shadab Khan being promoted up as many times Babar Azam has mentioned that उसको बैटिंग के लिए उसकी बैटिंग की वजह से उसको ऊपर चांस मिलना चाहिए up ऊपर वाले नंबर में, तो इसलिए
नहीं
बाबर
मैं
आजम को भी हम 4 या 5 में देख सकते हैं, सॉरी शादाब खान को.
नहीं, आई डोंट थिंक सो, ये करना नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज इट मींस कि यू आर रिलाइंग ओनली ऑन ऑलराउंडर्स. then
अच्छा.
what then what's the point of having a genuine batsman? You need at least top 4 genuine batsmen, which their main role should be कि भाई आप हमें स्कोर करके दो. You forget about the bowling. जब ऑलराउंडर आ जाता है on top on number 4, you are asking him कि यार क्या आप 20-25 स्कोर कर दो और मुझे bowling कर दो. So it's not like that. You should have a genuine batsman, and after that you can have all-rounders. So for me, it should be really, and you can go with Iftikhar and Asif. You can go either one of them. Khurdil Shah is a must because he's a lefty batsman, and you need to have some dimension in the middle overs as well, because they'll be having a lefty spinner most probably as well. So you can have an Khurdil Shah is a must for me. Haider Ali is a must. So you can swap between Asif and Iftikhar.
So
And
आप देख रहे हो, तो आप ये कह रहे हो खुशदिल, इफ्तिकार एंड आसिफ अली वो 3 में आ रहे हैं, यानी 5, 6, 7 में,
नहीं
या
नहीं, Haider
सॉरी
Ali
4, 5, 6 में.
नहीं, Haider Ali number 4. 5 you
हैदर
can
अली आ रहा है.
take.
डू यू थिंक हैदर अली, बिकॉज
No,
इफ्तिकार के
I
पास
think so.
ऑप्शन है ऑफ स्पिन का, राइट, सो एडिशनल बॉलिंग का, तो हैदर अली को
इंडिया
अगर
के
आप खेलते हैं तो बॉलिंग में आप कम हो जाते हैं.
लेकिन आपके इंडिया के प्लेइंग 11 में आपके के पास कितने लेफ्टी अदर देन पंत? And against Pant, you cannot have a part timer giving him an over. He will screw you left and right. So you cannot have
बट
a
इतने
part timer.
प्रेशर वाले मैच में इफ्तिकार का एक्सपीरियंस हैदर अली के आगे बेहतर नहीं होगा.
लेकिन वही कह रहा हूँ कि नंबर 4 पे आपके पास जेन्युइन बैट्समैन चाहिए ना. यू कैन नॉट रिलाई ओनली ऑन 3 बैट्समैन ऑल द टाइम. Although
अच्छा.
if you compare last 3 years score, top in T20 overall runs in the of the top 3 places of Pakistan, 72% of the score of the team.
तो योर
India
वोट
is
इज विद हैदर अली, आपका वोट हैदर अली के साथ है.
Haider Ali. Haider Ali. Always you have to go for a genuine batsman. Yeah.
बिश, ओवर टू यू. आपके क्या मिडिल ऑर्डर के प्लेयर्स होंगे, और आपकी सोच क्या मुख्तलिफ है अंसर से और जिब्रान से? जिब्रान ने तो पाकिस्तान की टीम की बैटिंग मिडिल ऑर्डर के बारे में बात की. आप अंसर से कितना वो करते हैं, डिफरेंट रखते हैं अप्रोच? कौन मिडिल ऑर्डर होगी आपके हिसाब से इंडिया की कल?
देखिए टॉप 4 तो आई एग्री विद, आई थिंक we're in agreement कि रोहित शर्मा, केएल राहुल, विराट कोहली और सूर्य कुमार यादव होंगे. Number 7, I think Jadeja is confirmed, and Pandya would probably be 5 or 6. And now the toss-up, like Ansar mentioned, would be between Pant and DK.
So are you saying कि 5 पे पंट है, 6 पे पांड्या है और 7 पे जडेजा है?
Now that's the toss-up between a Pant or a DK. Now DK has been explicitly given the role of a finisher, and he's done justice to that in whatever limited opportunities he's got. I mean, it's almost a thankless role where you have to come in, day out, and score at a strike rate of 170, and then all you get to hear is, okay, that's your job.
I think DK को लाया ही वापस आईपीएल की ग्रेट फॉर्म के बाद है, एंड लास्ट ईयर वर्ल्ड कप में हम उसको कमेंट्री में देख रहे थे, कमेंट्री बॉक्स में, एंड देन ऑल ऑफ अ सडन आईपीएल में ही ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड, एंड now he's playing in the Indian 11, which is really remarkable of him to turn around the things.
Yeah, sorry to, I'll just add one point in the middle. Bhalla, I'll just add one point in the middle, that there's always been a discussion going on by you guys that it will be a contest between DK and Pant. But I don't think so. Reason being that DK has been specified for finisher role. And Pant
रोहित शर्मा का फेवरेट होगा पंट मेरे ख्याल से. आई थिंक डीके और पंट में रोहित शर्मा वुड प्रेफर पंट मोर.
देखिए दोनों में कंपैरिजन नहीं बनता, बिकॉज पंत हैज नेवर बीन ऑन अ फिनिशर रोल. उसका ही इज कंसीडर्ड एज अ टॉप 5 इन टॉप 5 बैट्समैन. ऋषभ पंत, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ऋषभ पंत. Always it has been that DK, Hardik Pandya, Jaddu, they have been giving the, or Deepak Huda lately to some extent. This is my observation.
Okay, then I agree with you. I'm not comparing DK and Pant in batting order. DK will never bat at number 5 if he makes it to Indian team. Never. DK का, I'm only saying we're talking of the simple process of elimination. आपके top 4 confirmed है in all probability. जडेजा एंड पांड्या आर इंडिस्पेंसिबल, वो जरूर खेलेंगे. और बाकी जो आपके 4 बॉलर्स है उसपे ना डीके आते हैं ना पंत आते हैं. तो इफेक्टिवली जो भी एक स्लॉट बाकी है टीम में, अनफॉर्चुनेटली देयर आर ओनली 2 चॉइस, देयर इज ओनली 1 slot फॉर ईदर डीके और पंत. यस, whoever makes it to that, if let's say DK makes it, he will bat at probably number 6. If Pant makes it, he might bat at 5 or at 6. The only, I mean, in pure from a pure strategic point of view, Pant is a left-hander, so he along with Jadeja are the only two left-handers in the team. If that counts for something, a lefty-righty. But I mean either ways, I don't see it as a wrong choice. आप Pant को लो कि DK को लो, because keeper already आपके पास KL Rahul है, so I don't think that's an issue. It's a tough choice. It'll be interesting to see what base is set, because effectively कल का जो team select होगी is probably your first choice playing 11 for the tournament. So if Pant makes it, probably the team will back him for the rest of the tournament. If DK makes it, the team will back him for the rest of the tournament, because you don't want to chop and change in a short tournament such as this, where you probably have 5 matches or 6 matches in total.
लेकिन guys, what do you think? For example, जैसे भी मसरूर ने मुझसे पूछा that who will be batting at number 4 or number 5 for Pakistan. So I said that I'll going with Haider Ali, and we don't need a bowling option. If you need a bowling option, look at 5, 6, 7 on those numbers, not at number 4. Similarly, for example, I'm giving you a scenario that DK Rishabh Pant is batting at number 5. Then who will be competing for DK spot? For example, DK is on a finishing role. अब डीके को अगर वो नहीं लेते तो फॉर आपके हिसाब से कौन सा which player will be on the
मुझे लगता है दीपक हुडा को ट्राई किया जा सकता है बेसिकली, बिकॉज़ उसके पास ऑफ स्पिन भी है एंड वो अच्छा हिटर भी है मेरे ख्याल से.
देखिए जिब्रान, my opinion is अगर आप नंबर 7 तक छोड़े हैं, हाँ, अगर आप 8, 9, 10, 11 देखें तो you in all probability you have Chahal, you have Arshdeep, you have Avesh Khan, and you have Bhuvi, who are pure bowlers. Okay, Bhuvi can bat a bit, but 4 bowlers hai. Hardik Pandya is your bowling all-rounder, batting all-rounder, either ways, 5. Now, you do not want to go into a match with just 5 bowling options. So, on just current form and the value he brings to the team in fielding, batting, and bowling, Jadeja almost is indispensable for me, given the current setup. So, that's why the discussion goes back to DK or Pant, because Pandya and Jadeja both for me are indispensable. I mean, I don't see their name on the team sheet being contested at all. If at all there was a discussion, okay, yes, it's a tough situation for Deepak Huda, because he scored that century in Ireland. He's done extremely well at this level, but given the current setup of the team, he probably also would be one of those 3 people competing, with Pant and DK, because I think the top 4 is quite set. 6 to 11 is quite set, in my opinion. I don't see Jadeja's place being contested at all, in my opinion. I mean, it's cricket and the strategy and the think tank, but I only see that number 5 slot between 2 people, and we'll wait and watch, how it turns out.
India will be going with 7 bowlers.
No.
So guys, are we seeing the fully packed stadium tomorrow again, just like the World Cup?
Pardon?
Are we seeing the fully packed stadium tomorrow as we saw in the World Cup as well? Because इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैच में हमेशा फुली पैक्ड होती है, कोई स्टेडियम में टिकट तो मिलती नहीं है.
Dubai is off on Sunday, so there's a good chance.
Let me put it this way, यार, अगर इंडिया पाकिस्तान चांद पे भी खेलेंगे तो वहां भी फुल स्टेडियम हो जाएगा. ये गेम ही ऐसी है और ये मैच ही ऐसा है कि फैंस कहीं भी पहुंच जाएंगे. And I think just want to mention that it's an opportunity for cricket lovers to watch these 2 teams play. Unfortunately they haven't played that much in recent times, but अगर आप दोनों तरफ से देखें, and it's heartening to see the love and affection fans have for both the teams and their favorite players. I mean, Virat has hailed Babar as
आजा भाई, बेश गिव मी अ जादू की झप्पी यार एक झप्पी इधर भी दे दो यार. वो वहां पर तो क्राउड के उनको तो मौका मिल रहा है क्रिकेटर्स से मिलने का, हमें नहीं मिला. मुझे तो एक झप्पी दे दो यार प्लीज.
मैं आपको
झप्पी डाल सकते हैं
शो के बाद.
अंसर भाई, आपके लिए भी बाहें फैला के खड़ा हूं मैं, आप दे सकते हैं, कोई मसला नहीं, हम लोग भाई हैं.
बिल्कुल, अहलन वसहलन, आइए, बिल्कुल ओमान आइए, एंड लेट्स डू दिस.
बिल्कुल. अच्छा, एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है ये कि माहौल जैसे हम इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैच से पहले देखते थे कुछ सालों तक, इवन लास्ट ईयर के वर्ल्ड कप तक भी, इस एशिया कप में वो हाइप नजर नहीं आ रही इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि ये इंडिया पाकिस्तान क्लैश है. इस बार तो ज्यादा मोहब्बत ज्यादा नजर आ रही है फैंस की भी क्रिकेटर्स के साथ, और आपस में इंडिया पाकिस्तान के प्लेयर्स भी. पहले होता था कि एक टीम अगर ट्रेनिंग कर रही है नाइट शिफ्ट में या डे टाइम में, तो अगर इंडिया की टीम आ रही है ट्रेनिंग के लिए तो वो बात नहीं करते थे, वो अपना साइड में होके चले जाते थे, या पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर्स भी नहीं बात करते थे. इस बार तो सब इंटरेक्शन हो रही है, ऐसा लग रहा है मोहब्बत बांटी जा रही है, इसकी क्या वजह है? एशिया कप में क्यों वो एग्रेशन नजर नहीं आ रहा कि इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच है?
I
नहीं नहीं,
think
आई डोंट थिंक सो, आई डोंट
हाँ जी,
आई
आप
डोंट एक्चुअली पहले सोशल मीडिया इतना नहीं था, तो आपको पता नहीं चलता था। लेकिन अगर आप पुराने प्लेयर्स का इंटरव्यू देखो, फॉर एग्जांपल शोएब अख्तर का, ही यूज्ड टू स्पेंड ऑल हिज टाइम विद यूवी एंड हरभजन ऑल द टाइम।
yeah.
तो तब क्या सोशल मीडिया इतना नहीं था, पता नहीं चलता था आपको। अभी क्या है, बिकॉज ऑफ सोशल मीडिया इन एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल, तो आपको हर जो मूवमेंट है वो पता चल रही होती है। इवन अगर आप कल की एक वीडियो देखो, देयर वाज अ इंस्टेंट दैट आई डोंट नो द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन ऑफ इंडिया सपोर्ट स्टाफ, ही वाज मीटिंग सकलैन मुश्ताक एंड मोहम्मद यूसुफ। मैं आई डोंट नो हिज नेम।
मोहम्मद यूसुफ ने भी आके रोहित शर्मा, सॉरी विराट कोहली से हाथ मिलाया। सकलन मुश्ताक ने भी काफी डिटेल में बताया कि इट्स वी बोथ द कंट्रीज जब खेलते हैं तो क्रिकेट फील्ड में तो वो एक अलग ही माहौल होता है, लेकिन ऑफ द फील्ड वी ऑल आर फ्रेंड्स। और क्या लव लव में मतलब स्प्रेडिंग नेशन है दोनों कंट्रीज, और उसके बाद मतलब स्प्रेड करते हैं एक दूसरे के साथ, और बहुत ही जबरदस्त बात है इस चीज का। लेकिन कल के मैच को ठंड, और एक और बड़ी मजे की बात है कि हम सुन रहे हैं कि शायद पाकिस्तान 3 दफा खेलेगा, इंडिया भी पाकिस्तान एक दूसरे के साथ। वी माइट क्लैश 3 times इन दिस एशिया कप। हाउ इज दैट पॉसिबल? लेट्स टॉक ऑन दैट अ लिटिल बिट एज वेल, कि कल के मैच के बाद कैसे इंडिया पाकिस्तान के और मैचेस, यानी अनदर 2 मैचेस हो सकते हैं, और कैसे होंगे?
You are mixing two things. It is actually 2 matches only, and one is the World Cup match on 23rd October. So they were telling 3 matches India and Pakistan would be playing in a year, not in Asia Cup.
No, Jibran, it is 3 matches if both the teams reach the finals. So they're playing on the 28th.
जैसे अब कल खेलेंगे तो पहला मैच होगा, तो क्या ऐसा एक और कोई लीग मैच है जिसमें इंडिया पाकिस्तान विल प्ले इंटरैक्ट अगेन?
Super 4.
अच्छा,
Yes, in the Super 4, where the top 2 teams qualify from each group, they play against each other again. Everybody plays against each other again. So that's your second match, which I think most likely is expected to be on the 4th of September, which again very smartly is a Sunday.
यानी आईसीसी ने, सॉरी नॉट एसीसी, इस बार एशियन क्रिकेट काउंसिल ने सही टाइप की स्केड्यूलिंग की है। इंडिया पाकिस्तान को 3 दफा खिला के, यार उन्होंने कहा सिर्फ आईसीसी क्यों कमाए, एशियन क्रिकेट काउंसिल क्यों ना कमाए इन दोनों के मैचेस में?
This is not the first time it has happened. The same schedule was put
No,
in
no,
the
I know it's not the first time, but what I'm saying कि बेस्ट यूज लिया वर्ल्ड कप से पहले प्रेशर वाले मैचेस खेलने का।
2018 Asia Cup, it was the same format where India Pakistan played the first time, then India Pakistan played again in the Super 4, same format, and they were expected to play in the final. Unfortunately, Bangladesh made it to the final, and India ended up playing Bangladesh in the final. It was the same format. It has just been copy pasted again.
But the interesting part is, Ansar, Jibran and Bish, is कि before the World Cup, if Pakistan is playing against India 3 times, इन 3 मैचेस में से दोनों में टीमों में से 2 भी जीत जाती हैं एक टीम के खिलाफ में, तो वर्ल्ड कप की प्रिपरेशन तो वैसे ही उनके लिए एक मजेदार हो जाएगी ना। इंडिया में भी फेस्टिवल शुरू हो जाएगा, पाकिस्तान में भी। अगर पाकिस्तान ने अगर इंडिया को 2 दफा मारा और फाइनल अगर हार गए, तो एक रिलैक्सेशन मोड तो रहेगा ना दोनों कंट्रीज में। अरे यार हमने 2 दफा मारा था, फाइनल हार गए, या फाइनल जीत गया 2 दफा हार गए, दिस विल बी देयर बिटवीन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान।
Final always is more important.
But ये जो logic we hear in cricket, about this, actually personally I don't believe this in this at all. And I'll tell you the biggest example is 2017 Champions Trophy. We beat Pakistan easily in the league game. But what happened when the final happened? It was Pakistan won easily. So I don't think so. This is only for the fans to get excited about that we are carrying momentum. But once the match starts, and especially a big stage like a World Cup or a tournament final, it starts on an even level. Okay, I don't think so. Yes, you can carry the confidence with you, which is okay as professional cricketers. But
Australia की जो playing condition है, is totally different, way too different from what Dubai is. But again, हर condition different होती है, जिसकी वजह से ये जो दुबई की पिच है, इससे अंदाजा नहीं लगा सकता। Whoever becomes the champion could be the world champion as well in Australia.
On that point, अगर आप देखें conditions बहुत अलग हैं। लास्ट ईयर का वर्ल्ड कप यूएई में हुआ था। इट वाज प्रेडोमिनेंटली इन फेवर ऑफ टीम्स चेजिंग। अगर आप देखें ड्यू फैक्टर, पीपल हैव बीन टॉकिंग अबाउट।
आप इस कंटिन्यू करने से पहले मैं लास्ट दफा एक चीज कह दूं कि वी नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड और प्रेडिक्टेड कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया दुबई जैसी कंडीशन में आके वर्ल्ड कप जीत के जाएगी, जो लास्ट टाइम जीत के गई है। नाउ डू यू सी एनी एशियन टीम विनिंग द वर्ल्ड कप इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया? अगर है तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान में से किसके ज्यादा चांसेस हैं वर्ल्ड कप के लिए? We will talk about the World Cup also when it comes.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो वर्ल्ड कप हुआ था, तो एक एशियन टीम ने वर्ल्ड कप जीता था। अब बाकी आप लोग देख लीजिए।
बिल्कुल, yeah, I think it's a very valid point, and I think the format is such, Masood, कि कोई भी ground हो, कोई भी continent हो, it's a game of such fine margins. I don't think there is any home advantage in this. I mean, वो probably test matches में ज़्यादा relevant है in my opinion, कि आपकी home conditions आपको suit करती हैं. T20 जैसे format में any top 8 or 10 team can beat the other one on any ground on any given day. That's just how the game has become, and it's good to see that. Because as a sports lover or as a neutral fan, that's what excites you. I mean, no one would have imagined when the World Cup began that New Zealand and Australia would be fighting out for the trophy on that final day. But it was entertaining to watch, and that's the idea. Ki on a given day, who plays better takes the trophy home or through a tournament.
I agree. तो let's hope कि कल बहुत मजेदार मैच हो और वन साइडेड ना हो और क्राउड को मजा आए देखने में, जो स्पेक्टेटर स्टेडियम में हो और जो टीवी स्क्रीन पे चिपके हुए हो वो एटलीस्ट कल खाना सही से खा लें और या पहले खा लें खाना, ताकि विक्ट्री के बाद जो भी टीम जीतती है तो इंशाल्लाह मिलके एंजॉय करेंगे. इंडिया विंस और पाकिस्तान विंस, एंड ऑफ द डे एज अ स्पोर्ट्समैन स्पिरिट्स ऑलवेज से कि इट्स एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स अ गेम, सो वी हैव टू टेक इट एज अ गेम. ठीक है, बट अगेन इमोशंस जुड़े हुए हैं इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैच में, हमेशा जुड़े रहते हैं, चाहे हम जितने भी बुढ़े क्यों ना हो जाए. ये मजा और ये जज्बा और ये जो इंटरेस्ट और एक्साइटमेंट होती है इंडिया पाकिस्तान की मैच में, वो किसी भी मैच में हमें देखने नहीं मिलती. बाकी सब डल हो जाता है इंडिया पाकिस्तान के आगे. सो लेट्स होप वी हैव अ ग्रेट मैच एंड आई विश यू बेस्ट ऑफ लक टू बिश एंड अंसर कि कल इंडिया जबरदस्त क्रिकेट खेलेगी और वी विल होप कि विराट कोहली फॉर्म में आए एशिया कप में, बट नॉट अगेंस्ट अस. ठीक है, बिकॉज अगर वो आ गया फॉर्म में तो फिर 200 प्लस मतलब 220 का भी स्कोर जो है ना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा फिर पाकिस्तान को चेस करना. जिब्रान, हम इंशाल्लाह पूरी कोशिश करेंगे और अपने गाने लगाएंगे इंशाल्लाह. दिल दिल पाकिस्तान, जज्बा, जुनून जैसे गाने हमें एक मोटिवेट करता है पाकिस्तान इंडिया के मैच में. तो इंशाल्लाह आप कितने पुर उम्मीद हैं कि पाकिस्तान कल जीतेगा इंडिया से, और इंडिया बिश आप और अंसर आप क्या परसेंटेज दे रहे हैं ताकि हमें पता चल सके कौन जीतने वाला है. देन वी विल रैप इट अप इंशाल्लाह.
See, for me, if Pakistan is chasing, so 70-30 to Pakistan. Otherwise, it seems difficult for me that Pakistan will win if batting first.
ये भी बताते चले ऑडियंस को, अगर पाकिस्तान कल टॉस जीत रहा है और अगर पहले गलती से मतलब टॉस हारता है और इंडिया पाकिस्तान को बैटिंग करने देता है तो पाकिस्तान को कितने रन्स बनाने पड़ेंगे इंडिया को वो चेस ना करना पड़े?
180, minimum 180.
180
minimum.
और अगर इंडिया टॉस हारता है और पाकिस्तान चेस करना चाहता है तो इंडिया को कितने पे रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना चाहिए जिसमें चेसिंग पाकिस्तान के लिए आसान हो?
Of course, आप देखें जितना मिनिमम हो, बट आई थिंक पाकिस्तान के माइंड में as I think that Pakistan can chase up to 190, 195. They have the ability, but in a pressure game, I think they will also prefer 170, chasing 170 or 175 nearby, not more than that.
Bish, what is your prediction?
Before, I'll just take a minute to explain that India has completely revamped their batting approach after last year's World Cup, and the idea is in a way to follow what England did in the 50-over format, to go hard from ball one. Given that context in mind, they probably would target, if they end up batting first, at least 190, if not more. Because अब उनका mindset change हो गया. They had the ability, they have the strikers. Now they've consciously decided from last World Cup to target, power play and the post power play mid over period. So I would say probably 190, 195 is what India would target if they end up batting first, if not more.
And if chasing,
Ansar, आपकी क्या prediction है?
I think Jibran hit the nail on the head. For Pakistan to win, the best chance is to chase. If Pakistan bats first, unless of course something extraordinary happens, especially from someone like Fakhar Zaman or Rizwan, and they get a score over 200, I don't see Pakistan winning if they bat first most of the time. While chasing,
they're better in chasing than setting the target, right?
No, it's not that. I think Indian team is very strong when it comes to chasing. With the batting order that we have, once they know the score in mind, they know how to pace it. So they play very well when they're chasing. So I think that will be one of the things. Another thing that we should take into account is, and I was again listening to the press conference of both the captains today, there is not much dew which has come about in the evening practices, which was the case during the World Cup, which happened in October. Let's remember we are in August. So there is a slight difference in the due. So if there is no due, then both the teams are at an equal level, and toss will not be a most important factor, as was the case during the last World Cup, and a huge advantage. So I'm hoping that due does not come into play, and it's an even contest. But yes, India starts definitely favorites without a doubt. But if the only way I see 50-50 is Pakistan is chasing. If Pakistan is batting first, then I'm going with India.
तो आप कौन सी मिठाई खिला रहे हैं अगर इंडिया कल जीत रहा है तो?
आपको जो पसंद हो।
ठीक है जिब्रान, हम कौन सी मिठाई खिलाएंगे अगर हम जीते तो?
सर आप जो बोले, गुलाब जामुन खिलाएंगे।
ठीक है, तो मिठाइयाँ, खाना जो भी है सब तैयार रखें कल के लिए, क्योंकि कल बेस्ट मैच होने वाला है इंशाल्लाह। इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान, द बैटल बिगिन, लेट द बैटल बिगिन फॉर टुमारो। हु इज गोइंग टू बी द एशियंस चैंपियन इन एशिया कप टुमारो? हम दूसरी टीमों को लाइटली नहीं ले रहे हैं, लेकिन वी विल टॉक अबाउट इट इंशाल्लाह एज द ग्रुप्स प्रोसीड्स एंड ऑल। तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच तो डेफिनेटली इट्स मजेदार एंड धमाकेदार। तो विश द बोथ द टीम्स द बेस्ट and let's enjoy the match tomorrow and come back with the post analysis कि क्या हुआ, मैच क्यों हारा या क्यों जीता, और क्या वीकनेसेस थी, क्या स्ट्रेंथ थी, जिसकी दोनों टीमों ने कल उतारेंगे कल। ठीक है, so we will be back again guys with my same guest इंशाल्लाह। कल के मैच के बाद हम इन तीनों को फिर से दावत देंगे कि ये जान सकें कि पाकिस्तान अगर जीता तो क्यों जीता, और इंडिया अगर जीता तो क्यों जीता। तो see you guys soon and enjoy the match tomorrow। अगर आप सब ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया मैकलॉग्स को, आई एम श्योर इन तीनों ने तो किया है, और ये हमेशा मैकलॉग्स का हिस्सा तो रहे हैं, और ये हमेशा सपोर्ट भी करते रहते हैं मेरे चैनल को। दैट्स सो स्वीट ऑफ देम एंड आई रियली ब्लेस देम एंड दे आर ऑलवेज इन माय दुआस। तो आप सब जिनने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो जाके सब्सक्राइब दबाएं, और अच्छे अच्छे लोगों से कमेंट सुनते रहें कि इंशाल्लाह क्या होगा आने वाले वीडियोस में। ओके गाइस, सी यू टुमारो। पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद। और आप लोग अपना नारा लगा सकते हैं, तो नो डाउट अबाउट इट।
जय हिंद,
जय हिंद,
जय हिंद, जय हिंद फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान साइड। So let's have and let's enjoy the best match of tomorrow, inshallah. See you guys.
See you guys.
take care, bye everyone, bye-bye.
Last message from Jibran, Bish and Ansar to end this. आप लोग अपनी तरफ से थोड़ा सा 1 मिनट का एंड कर दीजिए अपने स्टाइल में, मैकलॉक्स के बारे में भी और कल के मैच के बारे में। क्या
नहीं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैकबॉक्स में हम ये कहेंगे कि थैंक्स फॉर द अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड यू आर डूइंग अ वेरी गुड जॉब, कीप डूइंग इट। इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ अवेयरनेस फॉर एवरीवन हु इज नॉट इन्वॉल्वड इन क्रिकेट अ लॉट, क्योंकि यू नो नाउअडेज यू गेट अ वेरी लेस टाइम दैट आप क्रिकेट पूरा फॉलो कर सको। सो सच यू नो वीडियोज हेल्प्स अदर पीपल टू नो व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन। And regarding cricket, I say that best of luck, guys. Hope to enjoy, and I'm just hoping to have a good match rather than one-sided matches, which is being happened from past couple of years. So best of luck. Enjoy. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Jibran. Bish, over to you for the ending speech of yours.
Guys, thank you to Macvlogs for this opportunity. Please do follow Macvlogs and Masood. He puts in a lot of effort for topics apart from cricket. It's very informative. He does a lot of hard work. So it's worth following and supporting him in whatever way is possible. And for tomorrow's match, I hope everyone enjoys the match. It's a great tournament to see the best teams in Asia battle it out. Let's hope it's a fun and entertaining tournament. So yeah, all the best to everyone.
Thank you, Bish. See you tomorrow and wish you all the best for tomorrow's match. Take care. Good night. Over to you, Ansar.
Yeah, I would like to first congratulate you for getting the Best YouTuber award, which I think we all missed out on it. Congratulations on that award. And you've been doing an excellent job. And it's best to see that we are doing a kind of a show which is showing the friendship and brotherhood between the two sides. Because the other shows that you see on TV, on YouTube, it's more of, being trolling each other or attacking each other, which is, I don't think so is the right way. So I think this is more cricket oriented discussions based on that. And we of course wish the best of luck from both the sides. And we hope to have a good match, because I think last good match between India and Pakistan was 2014 Asia Cup. So I think we hope to have a good match between the two sides. And yeah, may the best team win, and congratulations and all the best to Pakistan. And of course, we hope India wins, but we hope for a good match.
All the best to you again. Let's enjoy tomorrow the best match, inshallah. टेक केयर, अपनी दुआओं में शामिल रखें और हमेशा इसी तरीके से मुस्कुराते रहें और खुशियां को बांटते रहें, और इंशाल्लाह इंडिया पाकिस्तान के और रिलेशन को हम कोशिश करेंगे कि और स्ट्रॉन्गर और टाइज को ज़्यादा बना, बिकॉज ब्रदरली रिलेशन हमारा तो पुराना है, लेकिन लेट्स होप कि आवर कंट्री आल्सो कैन learn from people to people contact. Pakistan and India can live like brothers as well. See you
Yes.
then. That's it. Take care. Good. Assalamu
See
alaikum.
you.
So guys, that was Ansar Raza Ansari, Bishen Singh Bhalla, and Jibran Yousuf supporting India Pakistan's match tomorrow. So hope you had enjoyed today's live podcast about pre-match analysis for tomorrow's match. And we will be back after tomorrow's match to see कल क्या हुआ मैच में. So enjoy करें अपनी फैमिली के साथ, और हेट्रेट ना फैलाएं, मोहब्बत फैलाएं. जो भी जीते, एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स क्रिकेट. वी नीड टू एक्सेप्ट डिफीट. वही डिफीट को एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है जिसको रियल मीनिंग पता है स्पोर्ट्समैन स्पिरिट की. सो आई वुड डेफिनेटली से दैट कोई भी टीम कल जीते, आप डेफिनेटली सपोर्ट करें. इंशाल्लाह वी विल सपोर्ट पाकिस्तान. इंडियन फ्रेंड्स विल and brothers will support their Indian team. So let the best team win and let's enjoy the Asia Cup. Thank you, everyone. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, Macvlogs, and be back with another show of mine. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.